We discussed the biggest contenders to dethrone the Eagles. Let's talk about the biggest contenders to dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs. When you're looking at the Kansas City Chiefs, who, again, the over-under for them is 11.5 on wins. They always figure out – I always go over. Because no matter what, they always get 12, 13, 14, just being the Kansas City Chiefs. The Ravens, the Bills have been the two teams that everyone says going to dethrone them, but they never do.
Right.
So for you coming into this year, what's the team that you say, well, they have a chance?
At this point, you have to say the Ravens. They're stacked now. They drafted well. They brought some people in to help them out. I think, this is a must-win for them. They have to be in must-win mode from the beginning of the season. With everything they've, accumulated for their offense, their defense is stacked. They have everything in place to be a Super Bowl winning, not just division, not just conference, but a Super Bowl winning team. Can they take it over the top? We'll see. But I think they're the closest, I think. But there are little, teams around the league right now, like the Denver Broncos, that you got to watch out for. The Denver Broncos is doing something right there. My boy Sean is making it happen. Sean Payton, he was actually a coach. My first couple of years, he was the quarterback coach with me when I was, first got drafted.
You connected with everybody.
It's my guy, man. That's my guy, man. So yeah, he's doing a little something down there in Denver. That defense is stacked, and he's got the quarterback playing well. So right now, I think that they are what you would say is a team that can sneak up on them also inside the division, the Chiefs division.
I'm going to go with the other team inside the Chiefs division. Everyone knows I'm big on Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, yeah.
I think the world of him as a head coach. And again, I went to Penn State.
Right.
So
right.
I shouldn't think the world of him.
Right.
Everywhere he goes, it's immediate. Right? Whether it's Stanford, and he gets the best out of the quarterbacks. From Andrew Luck to Colin Kaepernick to Alex Smith, whoever, J.J. McCarthy, I feel like, and I told people last year, they're going to the playoffs. And they did. And I think this year, the Chargers can make another leap, and they can contest them inside the division. The Chargers, again, are a team. Their problems are the playoff woes.
Yep.
Overcoming that. But as they get used to it, he plays this hard-nosed type of defense, right? He plays this hard-nosed type of game that it's punch you in the face. It's where we're going to be tough in the offensive line. We're going to be tough in the defensive line. We're going to use our running games. We're going to use our tight ends, and we can smack you in the mouth, and I think that's going to happen. Justin Herbert, a guy who's being made fun of a bit now because, again, he deserves it. He deserves some of the critique because he hasn't overcome some of those playoff woes. Again, Jim Harbaugh, what he did for Andrew Luck, what he did for Alex Smith, what he did for Colin Kaepernick, I feel like he can do for Justin Herbert, especially with that running game. I have an early pitch to bet on Mario Hampton, their running back, to be the rookie of the year, the offensive rookie of the year, to come in because they're going to use him and abuse him, and he's going to get a lot of plays, play action. Lad McConkey last year broke out star wide receiver. I think the Chargers again, you saw with the 49ers, it was 2 years in. We're right to the NFC Championship game.
I like what they're doing out there. I mean, they brought in, the offensive line tried to stir up a little bit, bringing in Mekhi Becton. You look at it, man. Najee, he's at a point in his career. He's like, look, I gotta win. Yes, you're talking about this rookie coming in, Hampton coming in, but Najee, Najee's like, Harris is like, look, I'm balling. I'm about to make it happen. And I think they're going to run the rock. They're going to take a playbook out of the Eagles, run the rock consistently, and have Herbert just, calm the game down, get it out to his big playmakers, Mike Williams got to step up. He's just got to step up. What's his name? Quentin Johnson?
Quentin Johnson.
First rounder back in, 2023. You got to step up. Herbert has the weapons. He's going to have a running game. That offensive line is shored up. Got one of the best left tackles in the league, and Slater. It's time for him to ball. And people, once again, I actually played with Harbaugh. It was only for a couple of games
with everybody,
but he played with me in Detroit, and everybody's like, he's never played in Detroit. So if you go in and look up, Google it, it doesn't say he played with Detroit, but he was in camp with me in Detroit, and me and him got close. It's my boy, man. We got close. And then, a couple of years later, I'm working in NFL Films, and I tell my guys, yeah, man, I work with Harbaugh. Like, B. Brooks, this is the first time we caught you in a lie. You caught you in a lie story that you lied about. And lo and behold, I used to go for NFL Films to go interview coaches, and I see Harbaugh. Yo, Harbaugh, what's up, bro? He's going, yo, what's up, BB? I said, man, tell these fools, man, you played in Detroit with me. And he's like, That's right. I did play in Detroit for a little bit. I retired after that, but yeah, I did play with you in Detroit. I was like, I told these guys, and they mouth dropped. I'm like, yeah, see, you gotta try and find a lie in again. You know?
Hey, B. Brooks don't lie. That's
sure,
one thing.
for sure.
And again, I know they've had playoff roles. Jim Harbaugh hasn't.
No, he hasn't. No.
Right, and again, he hasn't won a Super Bowl, but playoffs, he knows playoffs.
Well, the lights went out, he would've
wins in
won it.
playoffs. Yeah, exactly. He knows it. He wins in it. He's the type of guy, and I'm sure you know from knowing him, changes mindsets.
Right.
He changed hard, gritty. He knows what it takes to get it done. So the Chargers are my biggest. Again, I said last year they're going to win 10 plus, and they did. I think they can move that up this year. I got to look at their schedule, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's 12, 13 games just from that hard nose and what they do.